So this is a game I haven't played since I was 10 years old. And at the time, it was quite scary. In fact, I couldn't get past the veterinarian hospital. I can't remember which act that was. But even the first part where you actually go in and have to hunt down a snatcher was quite scary. And then when I tried to rent the game again, it was destroyed because CDs were easily destroyed. It's very sad. So I have since found people who actually have this game, and it's easy to digitalize, which is nice. And then it was hell to get it to work until I found a tutorial. But we're gonna play this game. We're gonna see just how scary, or if it's as good as I remember. And yeah, Konami. So yes, it was made by Hideo Kojima. And you'll see hints to other games in it too. The story, characters, and events in this game are entirely fictional. Any similarities to actual people, places, and events are entirely coincidental. Oh yeah, there is no subtitles. There is no way to adjust the volume at all of like the music. And annoyingly, there are parts where the music is louder than the voice acting. This story is dedicated to all those cyberpunks who fight against injustice and corruption every day of their lives.
June 6, 1996. A mysterious explosion destroys the Chernobyl research facility near Moscow. Lucifer Alpha, a powerful biological weapon under secret development there, is released into the atmosphere, creating a deadly biohazard. Carried by the trade winds, Lucifer Alpha spreads throughout Eastern Europe and Eurasia, destroying 80% of the populace. Half of the world's people die. The greatest biohazard in history later becomes known simply as the catastrophe. But at this time, who could have possibly imagined that the ultimate biohazard wouldn't occur for another half-century? 50 years later, mankind faces its greatest crisis. The appearance of a mysterious android life form. Its purpose and origin are unknown. Is it a new form of weapon? Or perhaps an invasion from some other world? They appear during winter, killing humans and infiltrating society by taking the place of their victims. Employing an artificial skin, they can sweat and even bleed. Part organic, part machine, they're almost impossible to distinguish from those they kill. As they steal their victims' bodies in order to take their place, these mysterious invaders become known as Snatchers.
Snatchers. And you don't want to make out with them because that's where their mouth laser is. So question. If your spouse or significant other or girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever was replaced by a snatcher, would you still date them? They just, you know, they had some inorganic parts to them. Although, I guess the fact that they violently kill the people that they replace is the downside to it. Maybe if you had both at the same time. Neo Kobe City, December 2047. You know it's been 24 years, but I do not remember any of this. I don't remember the music. I don't remember that they don't know where Snatchers came from, or that 80% of the population is half the world's population. Oh god, this music. I think I blocked out this music. Metal Gear! See? And it has voice acting for a decent amount of it, which was surprising at the time. So be prepared for a lot of shoulder pads. I'm so glad shoulder pads fell out of fashion. But with the way things go, it'll be like 5 years maybe and we'll have shoulder pads again. Cyberpunk knife fight. And here's that guy. I like the whole cyberpunk aesthetic. I loved Shadowrun. I just wished it had been like first person. It was still good, like Shadowrun Returns and what's that one? The one with the dragon? And the other one? Still really good, but not... wanted to be more like what Cyberpunk 2077 looks like it's gonna be. And Cyberpunk 2077 looks like Shadowrun without the orcs and elves and magic, which is what I like. But still excited about that game. I have a feeling my system is not going to be able to run it very well. I think it might almost be over.
How was work? Everything okay?
Gillian, what is it? What's wrong?
Jamie, I've become a junker.
A junker? Gillian, but why?
Jamie, you know why. It's the only way we can regain our lost memories.
What?
Snatcher is the only word that keeps coming back every time we try to remember our pasts. I have to face them to find out why.
Yes, but I can sense that there is something terrible hidden in our past. And if we remember it, it will destroy us.
Jamie! I'm going now. Jamie!
What? I can't hear you!
Alright, yeah. I think I skipped all this whenever I played it.
Gillian Seed, estimated age 31. 3 years ago, he and his wife Jamie Seed are taken into protective custody in the Siberian neutral zone by the 17th Siberian Investigative Force.
What?
Both Gillian and Jamie suffer from severe amnesia. Their memories of events prior to being picked up in Siberia lost in a mysterious mental fog. 2 years ago, after a vain attempt to rebuild their marriage, Jamie and Gillian separate. Following extensive special military training, Gillian is ordered to report to Neo-Kobe City as a junker, effective today.
I couldn't hear any of that with that epic sax in the background. And why is it always Russia? It's always Russia that has the crazy things come out of it. Konami Omni Building. Junker Headquarters. They're called Junkers because they're gonna turn those Snatchers into Junkers. Act 1. Snatch. I'm gonna say I will be very disappointed if there isn't some kind of porn parody of this. Although perhaps this is way too old. Welcome to Junker Headquarters. May I help you? Let's enter. Only authorized personnel are allowed beyond this point. Alright, let's look at the operator. She's a beautiful Oriental woman. Huh. I thought Oriental was offensive. It's just a Junker recruiting ad. It's one of those pod-type reception units where the operator sits in a shielded capsule. This is some pretty heavy-duty stuff they've got here. This place may be more dangerous than I thought. Let's look at the camera. Looks like a security camera. Okay, let's look at the door. It looks like it leads into this inside of the headquarters. So there is a point to going around and looking at everything, and that's how you get clues, because this game is merciless. It will literally ask you questions instead of giving you like multiple choice answers to select. You have to type it in. I remember that being a pain. I got stuck on one particular answer I had to give for days trying to figure it out. It was maddening. Let's look at the area. This seems to be Junker headquarters lobby. Their security looks really tight. Yeah, she looks tight, alright. Let's investigate the operator. It's no use. She's protected by a shield. I'm sorry. May I have your name, please? Hang on, we have to investigate the poster. Looks like a government ad. They must be really short on people. Let's investigate the pod. Shield is heat-proof and shock-proof. It's specially designed to withstand an attack by Snatchers. Okay, investigate camera. Looks like they're monitoring the offices. Investigate door. It's locked. It looks like the only switch for it is in the operator's pod. What organization are you with, sir? Let's investigate the area. There's nobody around but the operator. Okay, let's talk. Oh well, let's try talking to that young woman over here.
I'm Gillian Seed. I've been assigned to Junker headquarters effective today.
Oh, you're Mr. Seed. Please forgive me. My name is Mika Slayton. I'm the administrative assistant and operator here at Junker headquarters. Very pleased to meet you.
Okay, you have to pay very, very careful attention to names. Which is difficult because I don't see them. Because they don't have subtitles. So I think her last name is Slayton. That will come in handy later if I remember correctly. Let's look at Mika. You're really very pretty. Thank you. Well, I mean, we have a wife, but it's okay. We're just complimenting you. Let's look at the plate, whatever that is. The official Junker name and trademark appear on it. They trademark government office names, department names. There we go. Look at front pod again. It's designed, yeah, okay. It's designed to protect the operator. I know it seems a bit much, but it's supposed to protect from Snatchers. What? Snatchers even attack up here? Yes, it's happened several times before. They're not stupid, you know, but they still attack here. Let's look at the camera. Maybe I should try waving hi. The chief always monitors the feed from that camera. I guess we'll look at the area. Looks like an entrance to a vault. Well, how do you like it? I bet you'd like to see the office, right? Whatever that means. Alright, alright. It seems like a bit much, we've already done that, so let's, I've been assigned to Junker operations effective today. You just told me that, Gillian. Oh, did I? Haha. I do not pay attention, apparently. Let's ask about Junkers. Could you tell me a little about, Junker operations? The Junkers are a special task force put together to combat Bioroid Snatcher menace? Bioroids. Okay. It's overseen by government intelligence agencies. Okay, let's ask about Neo Kobe. This is my first time in town. I'm originally from the hinterlands of Siberia. Oh, you'll get used to it right away. Everybody's pretty welcome. There are many different ethnic groups and types of people here. It's Japan, but it's not Japan, if you know what I mean. No, I don't know. Let's ask about Mika. Tell me a little bit about yourself. About me? Isn't that a bit forward, Mr. Seed? Gods, these names. Let me tell you about myself first, maybe then you'll tell me. I can tell you're very smooth with the ladies. Let's just, I guess, enter.
Mr. Seed,
Gillian's fine, and you can call me Gillian, Mika.
Okay, Gillian. I'll open the main door and show you around headquarters.
So things are gonna be a little slow at first. Where shall I show you first? Let's go. Detective's room seems logical, right?
Oh, that's right. The chief told me to bring you down as soon as you showed up.
The chief?
Yes, our big boss here at Junker headquarters. That's his office right over there.
Big boss, huh?
Chief Cunningham, Gillian Seed is here. I brought him in as you requested.
Thanks for coming, Seed. I'm Benson Cunningham, the Chief of Junker Operations.
Gillian Seed. I've been transferred here from the 17th Special Forces Division.
I've heard all about your special training in the military, Seed. I hope you'll put it to good use on your new assignment here. By the way, I understand you're suffering from amnesia. Any sign yet that your memory's coming back?
I'm afraid not. I still can't remember a thing from before the Army picked me up 3 years ago.
You're married, aren't you?
Yes, but we're separated now. She has amnesia as well, and without any memories between the two of us, I'm afraid there was very little to base a good relationship on.
I can see your point there.
I don't actually know because I don't think I got far enough in the game, but I'm gonna go off on a limb and say him and his wife are Snatchers. Seems pretty obvious. Let's look around at the chief. So, he's the chief of Junker Operations, huh? Just as I imagined him from the posters. Did you say something? He's talking out loud. Goober. Monitor, let's look at the monitor. Information from all over the world is continuously pouring in. Okay, let's look at the window. It's a nice night view of Neo Kobe. Too bad there are Snatchers lurking out there somewhere. Neo Kobe at night. Great view, don't you think? Let's look at the picture of a plant, a vase, a vase. A picture of a vase, huh? What a funny design. Let's look at sofa. Looks like a pretty comfortable sofa. Wow, okay, let's investigate the chief. Seed, I'm no snatcher. That's what a snatcher would say. Let's investigate the monitor. It's a great multi-purpose, multi-general purpose monitor using both liquid crystal display, LCD, and plasma display, PDD technology. Because in the future they never advance past the 90s technology. Investigate. I don't think there was any. Oh wait, monitor. Picture. Huh? So this is his taste in art, huh? Don't touch that picture. It's very special to me. Investigate. Sofa. It's an air cushion type sofa. Air cushion, what? It's the latest in robot sofas, employing chaos system technology. What is chaos system technology? Let's ask about Junkers. Junker headquarters was set up a year ago by the police as a special task force to combat the Snatcher problem. Junker operations were officially started in August of this year. We answer directly to the government's intelligence agencies. It's December, I believe. This poster is really, pretty tacky. Oh, really? That's my design, by the way, you little shit. Chief, your taste is right out of the dark ages, known as the 90s. Let's ask about Junker Authority. A Junker operates with certain rules and privileges different from regular police officers. Those are: 1. The purpose of the Junker is to forces to eliminate Bioroid Snatchers. 2. A Junker, even in the course of carrying out number 1, must not harm innocent civilians while he is going number 2. Number 3. A subject may not be physically investigated or restrained unless irrefutable evidence exists that indicates the subject is indeed a snatcher. 4. A junker is required to assist and support civilian bounty hunters. That's kind of weird. 5. In order to carry out number 1, a junker is allowed the use of a blaster and a navigator and a turbo cycle. Those are the 5 rules. Now let's ask about... Oh jeez. Why couldn't more of this have been, had some audio to it? Duties. A junker's job is to figure out who the snatchers are and to eliminate them. Extrajudicial killings. I want you to put your special training in the military to good use and investigate those points about snatchers that we don't yet understand. We've got to put a stop to them. Snatchers also came out from Russia. I guess Russia is really, really big into losing control of their science experiments. Let's ask about junker staff. A junker's job is highly specialized and extremely dangerous. That's why there are so few of us. I'm the chief, Harry's the engineer, and then there's Mika, the flower of the junkers. Gibson and you are our runners. It's just the 5 of us. Recruiting has not gone well. What with 50% of the population, or 80%, however you want to look at it, has died off. Oh boy, let's ask about Snatchers. Yes, 3 years ago, the Snatchers suddenly appeared here in Neo-Kobe. We have no idea where they come from or what they want, other than to snatch. We do know that they kill, copy the appearance of their victims, and take their place in society, and that their numbers are increasing. You never know who could be a snatcher.
That should be enough to make your duties as a junker quite clear. This is your junker ID card. It will identify you as a junker. Carrying it allows you to exercise your special authority.
I see. Sort of like a police officer's badge, huh?
And here's some money. It's not much, but you'll need it to carry out your investigation.
Cash?
Credit cards aren't accepted in some regions of the city. You'll need this sooner or later.
Sounds like it's a rough place out there.
Go see Harry, the engineer. He's got your equipment ready for you.
Like, not even discuss about how rough it is outside. He's just like, you'll find out. Everyone's a snatcher out there, so you might as well just shoot them. I think there was more to ask about navigators. It's a robot designed to assist junkers by performing all types of analysis. It's got a pretty good sensor setup too. Okay, I guess we could show him our ID. That's proof that you're a junker. Take good care of it. All right, we're gonna exit. Where would you like to go next? Engineering, I guess. This is engineering. All the junkers, that is, the runners' equipment is made here. What is up with that poster? That fan. Huh. It doesn't look like Harry's around at the moment. I guess we'll just take a look at Mika's face. You are truly beautiful, Mika. Thanks, Gillian. I'll take that at face value. Ha 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 ha. Let's look at the area. There are tools and machines all over the place. It's a regular factory in here. This room always looks like this. I don't know how he finds anything. Are we're gonna ask about Harry. Harry Benson is our engineer. He's a bit of a lush, but he's a friendly and sweet old guy. Ask about navigators. Every junker investigator gets an analysis robot. Quite a combination, huh? We call the robots navigators. Navigators. Ask about Gibson. His wife was killed by a snatcher 2 years ago. After that, he quit his detective job and became a junker before the junkers were even a thing. Since then, he's been living with his daughter, Katrina. Oh, yeah, that unlocked something. Ask about Katrina. She's Jean's only child. She turned 18 this year. So, you're saying she's, legal. You know that's what he's thinking. Let's show her our money. A lot of places around here won't take plastic. Cash is king in Neo Kobe. Totally a 90s thing. Let's exit. She had like one really long tooth coming out of her mouth. It was getting kind of weird. Where would you like to go next? Getting kind of tired showing you around. Let's go to detective's room. This is the detective's room. It's the office for our runners. That's what we call junker investigators like you. Runners. Like shadow runners. You'll be using that desk in the back. What about this desk near the door here? There's like 3 desks, and we have to use the one in the back. That's Gene's desk. Gene Jack Gibson. He's our ace runner. And I'm gonna be so thankful that I'm recording this because I'm not gonna remember that name. Look at Mika's face again, because that's not weird. Mika. Yes, what do you want? I can sense that you and I are destined to fall in love. It might sound crazy, but... Gillian, you're married, aren't you? Well, technically separated, and we have amnesia. Let's look at the monitor. A lot of information flows into here. All the information available to our runners is output from Jordan, because Jordan is the intelligence powerhouse of the world. Look at near desk. This is an antique desk. Gene's really into antiques. What? I had a joke and I just lost it. Let's look at bar desk. Looks like a nice desk, but I probably won't be using it much because I don't like to work. Let's look at the area. This place is really different from other detectives' offices, because I've seen a lot of them. Ask. No, nothing new to ask. Let's show her. Gods, I'm just thankful a penis has not popped up. That's your junker ID. Be careful not to lose it. Okay, we can exit. I think that's everything. I wonder if that's supposed to be like reflection of light off of her lips, but it looks like she's got a snaggle tooth. Let's go to computer room. It's back in this in this time of 2047, I think. They still have computers that fill up an entire room. This is Junker Headquarters computer room. It's linked to databases throughout the country, so you can find almost any information you might need. Let's look at Mika's face again. This Gillian's a little weird. Look at the computer. Antiques in the computer room, I haven't seen a keyboard in some time. Then what do they use to type? I don't think they had touchscreens at the time. Look at area. Number of input and output devices are linked to the host computer. Ask about computer. This is our host computer, a model RM1013. We call it Jordan. That's for Junker Online Regional Data Access Network. It employs full-scale artificial intelligence-based processors, and it has a sense of humor. Jordan is fully programmed with all human learning routines and uses an intelligent interface to perform automatic translation, problem solving, you name it. It employs expert-class artificial intelligence routines developed for fieldwork robots. It's the best there is, and we have to wipe it every couple of months because it turns racist. From all that learning. That's in reference to the, I think it was the Microsoft AI that was on Twitter, and eventually after a while it started turning racist. We have to be vigilant of even the robots. Alright. Ask about how to use. First, put your Junker card in this slot. Once it's confirmed you as a user, you just follow the instructions that Jordan flashes on the screen. Excellent. Let's use Jordan. Go ahead, sit down here. I'll just stand here and watch you. Once you're registered on the system, the rest is easy. I am Jordan, Junker Headquarters Host AI Computer System. Please insert your ID card. What? Has this thing got a personality? Is it a snatcher? Let's use the card. Okay, Junker card going in. User confirmed as Gillian Seed. Welcome to Jordan. What sort of information do you need? Well, at least to let me in. What's a fact file? Jordan fact file. Please select the category you wish to search. Oh boy. Let's just take a look at one. Let's look at culture science. No, politics. City isolation? North-South problem? Free men? Immigrant problem? Okay, you know what? Let's look at Snatchers. Distinguishing features. Snatcher characteristics. 1. Snatchers operate almost exclusively at night and during the winter months. How convenient. They most certainly were from Russia. 2. Snatchers only snatch VIPs. They don't care about the homeless. Their ultimate goal appears not to be the snatch itself, but some secondary effect of it. It has evolved beyond the snatch. 3. Snatchers targets are restricted by their physical size. While they can adjust the size of their major body areas, these adjustments are limited. As such, their victims are exclusively persons of 150 to 180 cm in height. This makes snatching of children, the elderly, etc. impossible. So, the actual screen is huge, so the words are pretty big. So I'm literally having to read across the screen quickly to be able to see the words, to read it in a natural way, which is why I stumble a lot. 4. Snatcher weapons. A mouth-firing laser cannon. Wow, laser cannon. 5. Weak point. Thin, slit proportions of their skull armor, which make head size adjustable possible. That's going to be important later. Let's just go. No. Okay, there we go. That's enough of that. I hope that I was able to be of service. I look forward to our next session together when you start looking up your co-workers. Let's go. Oh, where next? The shooting range. This is the shooting range. Junkers come here to improve their marksmanship. Let's look at Mika's face again. This Gillian's a little weird, and I think he might be brain damaged. I mean, to have amnesia for this long, he's either a snatcher or brain damage, right? Area. A number of man-shaped targets appear in the practice booth. We call it our shooting practice range, but it's a lot like a video game arcade, don't you think? I remember how insane video game arcade machines used to be. They probably still are, I just don't go to arcades because they all closed down in my area. Alright, let's practice. Gillian, you haven't got your blaster yet, have you? Let's hurry and go visit Harry. Come on, let's go see Harry. But I think I should get some practice in first. Yes, but you don't have a gun. Come on, let me take a crack at it. Alright, if you must, I'll let you use my ray gun, but it doesn't have the power of a blaster. Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine, Mika. Gods, why don't you have a blaster? Okay, let's start shooting practice. If you press the A button, you can draw your blaster. Press C to fire. What the hell are you talking about, Mika? What's the A button and C button? Unless that's all on the ray gun. You can put your blaster away by pressing the A button again. Are you ready? Remember, shoot only snatchers! Be careful you don't hit any civilians. Okay, so shooting in this game is weird because the reticle always goes to the center. So no matter what, you have to go to the center and then go to your target. It's pretty simple, but a little tricky. The red gauge on the left shows the number of targets to appear. The yellow gauge on the right shows the number of hits. I'll start it on introductory level, since you're such a basic bitch. Good luck! I guess you don't have to go to center, but it's a lot easier. It's tricky! Make sure you identify your target before you fire. Fantastic! I just bit my tongue. A perfect score! You're quite a shot, aren't you, Gillian? There's no way you could be a snatcher. You didn't shoot out your mouth for one. Wait, was that him? I don't know. Wow, a perfect score right off the bat. I bet you've done this before, haven't you? I bet you shot people before at a booth, huh? No, ma'am. First time out. They don't teach you how to shoot in the military. I can't stand liars, you know. What? It's due to all that practice I had in the military, Mika. Fantastic, and no wasted shots either. Gene will be surprised. He bet you would be a shit show. Come on, let's go see Harry. Should we ask about anything? No. Yes, let's go visit Harry now. So we can get our own gun. Now all we need to do is find Harry. Back to engineering. Harry's got to be back by now. I don't know, he's quite the freewheeling type. So unreliable.
Oh good, Harry's back.
Great to meet you. You're Gillian Seed, right? Haven't we met somewhere before?
No, I don't believe so.
Really?
I guess I must be imagining things.
He knew the real Gillian Seed. Let's look at Harry. Huh, somehow I get the same impression. Have I met this guy somewhere? What's wrong? What's wrong? Do I have something hanging from my nose? Like all this hair on my face? At a certain point, you reach a certain age and the nose hairs start to blend in with the facial hair. Let's look at the area, or wall. There's a poster and a photograph on the wall. I guess investigate Harry. Those are some odd work clothes. Let me take a look at those. Hey, what are you doing? Stop it! I only have so many different variations of voicing. That was horrible. Anyway, investigate the poster. This is very old. This kind of printing technology hasn't been used since the last century. Is this like... It's like 2047, right? Keep your hands off that, will ya? It's getting pretty fragile. From all the jerking it. Investigate. Photo. It's the picture that was on the wall. I'm guessing that's his kid. This appears to have been cut out of a larger photo. Let's ask about navigators.
I know. All right, allow me to introduce the Navigator, which I designed especially for you. Hey, Metal Gear, get out here.
Metal Gear! Oh yeah, and this thing is sassy.
Metal, introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. Pleased to meet you, Gillian. I am Metal Gear Mach 2. I am programmed to be your personal assistant.
Metal Gear? That's a pretty weird name.
Oh, he's cute.
Thank you.
I think he's turning red. I took his basic design and his name from the Metal Gear menace of the late 20th century. But quite unlike that Metal Gear, this one was designed for peaceful purposes.
Let's ask about Blaster?
Oh, that's right. Don't panic yourself. I got it right over here. This is your blaster, the official weapon of a junker. It's got full user feedback circuitry, adjusting itself to your reaction time. In other words, it's just as good as you are. What do you think? Here, see how she feels.
Oh my god. No trigger discipline.
It's unbelievably light.
You bet it is. This ain't one of those ray guns the Army uses. She's put together with the latest carbon polymers and ceramics, not affected by heat one bit. And her ergonomic design optimizes both functionality and firepower. Well, what do you think, Gillian?
I'll take it.
And his beard does not move when he talks. Let's ask about Snatchers. You're an engineer. Tell me about how the Snatchers are built. It's odd, but we've never been able to get a specimen. They're always stolen or have self-destructed. They have any weaknesses? They're built really well, so it's tough to destroy them outright. Try to immobilize them. They've got these slits on their head for some reason. A well-placed shot there will often destroy their control functions. That's why it's important to practice your marksmanship. Let's ask about the photo on wall. What happened to this picture? Why is it torn? I don't know myself. I'm told I always used to carry it around with me. Amnesia! With only this fragment, there's no way to try to track down your parents. What is up with this amnesia thing? This guy's a snatcher too, that's my guess. Yeah, but for me, that picture is my only evidence I ever I ever even had parents. Because I might be a snatcher. I think that's it. Investigate. Metal Gear. Full bipedal motion system, huh? I don't want anything that's gonna slow me down. I wasn't built for running, but in case of emergency. Yeah? In case of emergency, what? Carry me while you run, please. You can't be serious. Tell me you're not serious. That's hilarious. We have to carry it. How do we get out of here? Let's show him our money. That's your expense money, right? Why don't you put that away somewhere safe before I take it? Ask about... I don't know, Metal Gear? Navigators are designed from the start as a Junker's investigative assistant. On-site detection, analysis, recording, communications, you name it, they're packed with features. And Metal Gear here is the latest model. What about an attack system? Don't they carry any weapons? Afraid not. They're unarmed. After all, the main idea behind a navigator is to assist in investigations data management. But they do have a save function. Just choose the use Metal Gear command and then the save command. You can record the exact status of your investigation that way. In the same way, you can use the use light command to help you when it's too dark to see. I told you they were nice to have around, didn't I? How about communications? Does he have some kind of radio? Yep, there's a video phone installed. A video phone? That's right. Just select Use Metal Gear and then use video phone to access it. In theory, you can use it anywhere, but you have to watch out for interference. Sometimes the signal just can't get through.
I have a video phone call from Jean-Jacques Gibson coming in. Connecting.
Junker HQ, this is Gibson. I've cornered a probable male snatcher. I'm in the abandoned factory in the M district. Request immediate backup.
Gillian, that means you. You better head out right away. Jean needs your help.
We must hurry. We'll use a turbocycle to travel to the scene.
Be careful, Gillian.
This is a turbocycle, specially designed for Junker use. In addition to three-wheeled ground travel, it is capable of hovering and high-speed flight. The vehicle is also VTOL capable, so takeoffs and landings in narrow areas present no difficulty.
A flying tricycle, huh? I just came in one of these things.
We have been assigned this vehicle for use in our investigations.
That does not look like it has 3 wheels. Unless it's got 2 in the front and 1 in the back. The Shocker vehicle. Alright, should we even bother? Let's look at the tire. On the ground, it runs on 3 wheels, but they're retracted during flight. Let's look at the area. This is the Junker Headquarters HQ parking lot. Several turbocycles are parked in this area. This music is way too loud. You know what? Let's just go. We're in the turbocycle. The operation is computer controlled. Where would you like to go? You know, let's just go home. It's been a rough first day.
Now departing for the abandoned factory.
Interesting.
My first day on the job, and now this. Ace Junker Gibson has cornered a suspected snatcher. I wonder if this guy really is a snatcher. Guess I'll find out now if all that training really paid off.
We've arrived at the abandoned factory. What would you like to do? You know what, let's go back home. We've arrived at the abandoned factory. This is where Jean called from. See? This is why I said it's very scary. You know, to a 10-year-old, this is pretty damn scary.